Good evening and welcome to Express News with me, Deepika, your daily half-an-hour window that brings you 100 news and updates from the country and the world in 30 minutes. Let's begin. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday unveiled a mega development push for Bihar, launching and laying the foundation stone of projects worth nearly 36,000 crore rupees in Purnia. In his address, Prime Minister lauded the development works undertaken by the double-engine government of Bihar. Prime Minister mentioned about the setting up of the National Makhana Board. Reinforcing his commitment to rail connectivity, he inaugurated several railway projects and flagged off 4 trains. Prime Minister Modi also joined housewarming ceremonies under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, handing over keys to rural and urban beneficiaries. Earlier in the day, Prime Minister Modi inaugurated interim terminal building at new civil enclave of Purnia Airport. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated 16th Combined Commanders Conference in Kolkata on Monday. Prime Minister complimented the armed forces for the success of Operation Sindoor. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman launched the AI for Vikasit Bharat, Opportunity for Accelerated Economic Growth and Niti Frontier Tech Repository report on Friday. Addressing the gathering, Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said AI is capable of giving solutions for better urban centres and agriculture, but it should be used in a controlled manner. Addressing the event, Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw said that artificial intelligence is going to fundamentally change every aspect of life, stressing the importance for India to be among the front runners in developing and adopting AI technologies. Union Minister for Commerce and Industry Piyush Goyal inaugurated the 89th General Meeting of International Electro-Technical Commission at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi on Monday. Speaking at the event, the minister spoke about sustainability and India's growing role in world sustainable development and the growth of quality culture in the nation. Atal Innovation Mission under Niti Aayog has marked its name into the prestigious Asia Book of Records and India Book of Records for the maximum number of students participating in tinkering activity in a day. Mauritius Prime Minister Naveen Chandra Ramgoolam is on a visit to Tirupati city in the Indian state of Andhra Pradesh. On Monday, Dr. Ramgoolam and his spouse were accorded a warm welcome upon their arrival. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla on Monday attended the valedictory function of 2-day National Conference on Parliamentary and Legislative Committee on Empowerment of Women in Tirupati city of Andhra Pradesh. Addressing the gathering, Om Birla said that women are leading in every field, which is the true strength of Indian democracy. Doordarshan, which is one of the 2 divisions of public broadcaster Prasar Bharati, is celebrating its 66th Foundation Day on Monday. Established on the 15th of September in the year 1959, DD is India's largest broadcasting organization in terms of studio and transmitter infrastructure. India is observing the Engineers' Day on the 15th of September, marking the birth anniversary of renowned and greatest engineer Bharat Ratna Sir Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya. He is largely regarded as the creator of contemporary Indian engineering methods. Prime Minister Narendra Modi extended his greetings on Engineers' Day. In a post on social media platform, he paid homage to Sir Visvesvaraya and wrote that his brilliance left an indelible mark on India's engineering landscape. A 5-day international workshop on data needs for planning sustainable development was inaugurated in Greater Noida on Monday. Delegates from 20 countries are taking part in the event. Delhi International Airport Limited has announced that the upgraded Terminal 2 at IGI Airport will reopen on 26th of October with smart baggage drop, autonomous boarding bridges and modern upgrades. It promises smoother travel as Air India Indigo flights shift their operations. Indian equity indices ended marginally lower on Monday, with Nifty closing above 25,000 points at 25,069. At close, the Sensex was down 118.96 points at 81,785.74. Indian rupee ended on a higher note at 88.21 per dollar on Monday. Gold futures maturing on the 3rd of October were priced at 1,09,099 rupees per 10 grams on multi-commodity exchange. Silver futures for the 5th of December maturity stood at 128,429 rupees per kilogram on the MCX. The National Payments Corporation of India has raised the daily UPI person-to-merchant limit to 10 lakh rupees, allowing the users to make higher value payments seamlessly. Brent crude was priced at 67.16 per barrel on Monday. US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said that the United States and China have reached a framework for a deal to settle their dispute over TikTok after trade talks in Madrid. Elon Musk's Starlink internet service was restored for most of the users after a brief outage on Monday. According to Down Detector, over 43,000 users in the US reported issues. China's factory output growth grew 5.2% year-on-year on Monday, which is the lowest reading since August 2024. Retail sales fell to a 9-month low, bringing a sharp slowdown in growth. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio met Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Jerusalem on Monday as part of a 3-day visit to Israel. The meeting takes place as Israel is continuing its campaign against Hamas in the Gaza Strip and prepares to advance on the Gaza city. Addressing a joint presser, Rubio vowed that Washington would provide unwavering support to Israel in achieving its goal in Gaza as he called for the eradication of Hamas. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that he wishes to extend personal gratitude to US President Donald Trump and said that the American-Israeli alliance has never been stronger than it is now. Leaders of Arab and Islamic countries attended the summit in Doha to discuss the recent Israeli attack in Qatar. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said on Monday that expropriation of frozen Russian assets by European states would harm the Western financial system. US President Donald Trump stated that he is willing to impose sanctions on Russia, but emphasized that Europe must take actions proportional to those of the United States. Trump also expressed confidence that a meeting between Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky would happen relatively soon to find a solution for the ongoing conflict. Romania summoned Moscow's ambassador to the foreign ministry, protesting the entry of a Russian drone into its airspace during an attack on neighboring Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky accused the Kremlin of testing Romania and wanting to bring the war to Poland and the Baltic with the intrusions. The Russian embassy in Romania has said a drone incursion in Romanian airspace was a provocation by Ukraine after Moscow's envoy was summoned by the foreign ministry over the incident. South Korean government is investigating possible human rights violation after over 300 South Korean workers were detained by US authorities. South Korea, Japan and the United States kicked off their annual defensive drills on Monday to upgrade aerial, naval and cyber operational capabilities against North Korea's nuclear and missile threats. ZPAC 2025 witnessed the presence of US military officials on Monday, which was termed as a surprise visit by the Belarusian Defense Ministry. US President Donald Trump on Monday said he will call a national emergency and federalize Washington, D.C. after Mayor Muriel Bowser informed the federal government that the Metropolitan Police will not cooperate with immigration and customs enforcement on illegal migrants in the United States. US President Donald Trump condemned the brutal beheading of Indian origin Chandra Nagamalaya in Dallas, Texas. Nagamalaya was killed on the 10th of September at a motel he managed in Dallas. Nepal's newly elected interim Prime Minister Sushila Karki expanded her cabinet by appointing 3 new ministers on Monday. The newly appointed ministers were sworn in on the same day. Senior advocate Sabita Bhandari has been appointed as the new Attorney General. She is the first woman to be appointed as the Attorney General of the Himalayan nation. A Turkish court on Monday adjourned to October a case on whether to annul the 2023 Congress of the country's main opposition CHP party over irregularities and oust its leader Oscar Ozil. The aftermath of a blaze in the Philippine capital, Manila, left a residential neighborhood in ruins on Monday. The massive fire destroyed hundreds that began on Saturday of homes and displaced more than 1,000 families. We're heading for a short break. We'll be right back.
Can the US launch a bombing campaign against Iran? The Philippines vessel suffered structural damage. The saga of child sexual abuse is the United States China's debt trap strategy. Truth is stranger than fiction. But sometimes hard to uncover. Trust us to tell the truth, unadulterated and pure, of every story that matters to you.
Remember that save your country.
You read between the lines, cut the clutter, and connect the dots to get you the full picture. Watch Connecting the Dots at these times with me, only on DD India.
Welcome back. Let's continue. A major disruption occurred due to rains in the Indian Union territory of Jammu and Kashmir, resulting in the washing away of an existing bridge and an under-construction bridge. The Indian Meteorological Department has forecast intense to very intense rains and thunderstorms over multiple regions of India, East UP, Konkan and North Odisha, likely of heavy to very heavy rainfall. The IMD has also predicted widespread rainfall with thunderstorms and lightning over West Bengal and Sikkim, Nagaland, Manipur and Tripura. Additionally, it has issued an orange warning for some districts in Meghalaya, forecasting thunderstorms with lightning along with gusty winds reaching 40 to 60 kilometers per hour. A low-pressure area over North Telangana and Vidarbha is likely to bring heavy to very heavy rainfall to isolated areas, including Assam and Bihar. According to IMD's forecast, the southwest monsoon has begun withdrawing from parts of West Rajasthan 3 days ahead of its normal date. An orange alert has been issued for several districts in Maharashtra. Capital Mumbai was slashed by heavy showers for second consecutive day. The Kolaba Coastal Observatory recorded over 100 millimeters of rainfall by this morning, leading to widespread waterlogging across several areas. Maharashtra residents in affected areas have been advised to stay alert and take precautions. Authorities have urged the people to check road and traffic conditions before travelling, avoid unnecessary journeys and follow all safety advisories issued by local agencies. Due to inclement weather and safety concerns, the pilgrimage to Vaishno Devi temple remains suspended for 21st consecutive day. It was scheduled to resume on Sunday, but it has been postponed further. Wildfires have erupted in Crimea's Fedosia region, scorching nearly 80 hectares of land, according to Russian Ministry of Emergency. Madhya Pradesh Tourism Board received the Golden Banyan Award for Best State in Heritage Tourism at the Heritage Week Awards 2025 in New Delhi. The award recognizes the Indian state's efforts in preserving cultural heritage. 7 Indian sites have been added to UNESCO's tentative World Heritage List. Among them are the Deccan Traps in Maharashtra and Tirumala Hills in Andhra Pradesh. Conservationists fight to save Nigeria's sea turtles from pollution and poaching. The endangered sea turtles face threats from fishing nets, habitat loss, and being hunted for meat. Beijing hosted the 2025 China International Fashion Week. The 10-day event celebrated a fusion of heritage and contemporary fashion, showcasing how tradition continues to inspire China's evolving style scene. At Berlin's Festival for Homemade Music, artists pushed the boundaries of sound by transforming books into instruments. They created unique melodies by cutting hollow spaces into pages and placing small vibration motors inside. Rising temperatures in the Black Sea have put mussel farming at risk as warmer waters deprive mussels of oxygen and lead to massive losses. Reports say that nearly 80% stocks was wiped out in last year alone. In Japan's Yokohama, the Vietnam Festival in Kangawaga opened with thousands of visitors. The event features traditional music and water puppetry alongside nearly 100 booths offering Vietnamese cuisine and handicraft. The highlands of Gomashane in Turkey, known for having the country's most plateaus, were seen blanketed with Colchium speciosum, locally called Varchik flowers. The Juzenzi Street Jazz Festival in the northern Japanese city of Sendai featured around 700 groups of jazz, pop and other music genres. In this year's edition, the two-day event saw 41 stages set up across the city. The Mid-Autumn Festival will open for visitors in Ho Chi Minh City of Vietnam from the 6th of October. You can already get into the festive atmosphere at the hall of a century-old communal house. Vietnam's capital, Hanoi, has secured the second spot on the Times Out magazine's list of Asia's top 10 street food destinations. The city's culinary appeal lies in its blend of tradition and modernity. After decades of unofficial breeding and trade, Thailand is taking steps to remove the red-whiskered bulbul from its protected wildlife list, a move aimed at transforming the popular songbird into a new economic species. Emperor Naruhito and Empress Masako marked the opening of Japan's National Cultural Festival and the National Arts and Culture Festival for persons with disabilities during their visit to Nagasaki Prefecture. The festival celebrates cultural activities and inclusivity. Year 2025 is a key milestone in developing the Vietnamese province Truong Tri's coastal tourism brand. The province is crafting new themed coastal tours that combine cultural, historical and natural elements. Residents of Peru celebrated Pope Leo XIV's 70th birthday on Sunday with cakes and songs in the Monsofe district. The Pope, originally from Chicago, served as the Bishop of Chiclayo from 2015 to 2023. Actor Noah Weil won the Emmy Award for Best Actor for The Pit, dedicating his victory to healthcare workers. American actress Britt Lower was honored with the Emmy for Best Lead Actress in a Drama Series for Severance. 15 years old Owen Cooper was named the Best Supporting Actor at the 77th Emmy Awards in a limited series of adolescents, making him the youngest winner in the category. Among the outstanding supporting actress in a comedy series category, Hannah bagged her first Emmy for her performance in Hacks. The studio was crowned Best Comedy at the annual Emmy Awards on Sunday as Hollywood celebrated the best of television. Singer Pharrell Williams and Italian tenor Andrea Bocelli performed at Grace for the World, a free mega concert marking Vatican's Jubilee 2025. Director Masakazu Hashimoto's new film titled Shin-Chan, The Spicy Kasukabe Dancers in India, will premiere across India on the 26th of September. Indian filmmaker Neeraj Khapan's Homebound clinched their second runners-up spot for prestigious International People's Choice Award at Toronto International Film Festival. The film, starring actors Kartik Aaryan and Ananya Pandey, Tu Meri Main Tera, announced a new release date. It is all set to hit the theatres on New Year's Eve. Indian actor Shahid Kapoor and filmmaker Vishal Bharadwaj are teaming up again for their next project titled Oh Romeo. The film is set to release on Valentine's Day. Indians doubles pair of Satvik Sairaj, Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty will aim to clinch the China Masters Super Badminton Tournament beginning Tuesday. India's Lakshya Sen opens his campaign against France's Thomas Popov at the China Masters Super Badminton Tournament. India's two-time world champion Nikhat Zareen has been elected to the newly formed World Boxing Athletes Committee at the inaugural World Boxing Championships in Liverpool. Meenakshi Huda became the second Indian boxer to win a gold medal at World Boxing Championship in Liverpool. Meghna Sachinhar clinched the bronze for India in women's 10-meter air rifle event at Shooting World Cup in China. Indian shooters finished the tournament with 2 medals. Earlier, Esha Singh had won a gold in women's 10-meter pistol event. Sri Lanka all set to face Hong Kong in second match of the Asia Cup. England coach Brendan McCullum has left open the possibility of Harry Brook replacing Ollie Pope as the vice-captain during the upcoming Ashes tour of Australia. New Zealand batter Kane Williamson has confirmed his availability for the T20 World Cup next year, but will miss next month's T20 International Series against Australia. Spain fought back from a 2-0 deficit to qualify for Davis Cup Final 8 stage with a 3-2 victory over Denmark in their qualifying tie in Marpella town. Belgium beat Australia to secure place in November's Davis Cup Final 8 stage. American Eva Jovic captured her first WTA Tour level title with a 6-4, 6-1 victory over Colombia's Emiliano in the final of Guadalajara Open in Mexico. Manchester City's goal-scoring machine Erling Haaland struck twice in a 3-0 thrashing of Manchester United in Premier League. Barcelona thrashed Valencia by 6-0 in first home game of the season with 3 players netting twice in a goal-scoring carnival. And Liverpool coach Arne Slot said that new player Alexander Isak could play against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League on Wednesday. And with this, it's a wrap here on Express News for now, but news and updates will continue here on DD India. So don't go anywhere. Keep watching and keep tracking DD India for all latest news and updates from the country and the world. Thank you so much for joining us right now. Namaskar.